Hi guys, this is Eva. What is the problem when you are diabetic? Do you have high insulin level, high sugar level, or both? Let's have a look. So this is a cell. This cell works properly. You are healthy. You eat the sugar, and certain insulin will be produced for this amount of sugar. And you don't need much insulin. They work efficiently, so they will open the door for the sugar, and the sugar can enter the cell. But here you have insulin resistance. The cell becomes resistant to the insulin, so insulin wants to open the door for the sugar, but it cannot, so it doesn't work very efficiently, and the pancreas will produce more insulin. So you need more insulin for the same amount of sugar, so that the sugar can enter the cell. At the next step, the cell is still resistant to insulin, so still the pancreas will produce a lot of insulin, because they are not working, they cannot work very good. Although they send the signal, the cell doesn't take the signal. And here it was enough to produce more insulin, and they could do the work, but now it's not enough. Even though the pancreas produced a lot of insulin, they are just too tired. They just cannot efficiently put the sugar into the cell. So they're working very slowly. The sugar gets into the cell very slowly. So now the sugar level also rise. So you're not only having high insulin level, but also high sugar level. And at the next stage, because of this non-stop overproduction, the pancreas beta cell will start to die out, or start to get destroyed, and they will be able to produce less insulin. So you will produce really little insulin, and even this much of insulin couldn't do the job properly because your sugar was high. What about this small amount of insulin? Impossible. So you will need to inject insulin. So the disease itself starts at this stage when insulin resistance appears. So the disease is present here, and it is within the cell, and this disease has a symptom. And at the first stage, the symptom is a high insulin level. So if you have a blood test, the doctor can detect already. At the second stage, again, still within the cell, you have the disease, the insulin resistance. And this disease has two symptoms. One is the high insulin level, and the other is the high sugar level. And the third, you still have the disease within the cell, the insulin resistance, and you have also a big problem within the pancreas. The beta cells are being suppressed. So you have now two serious problems here. And the symptom is very low insulin level and a very high blood sugar level. So the insulin resistance is present all the time, because that is the problem. Because of the insulin resistance, the sugar cannot get into the cell properly. And when you want to solve the problem, you shouldn't be focusing on fixing the symptoms and leave the disease present. you should fix the disease, and then the symptom will disappear. So when you're taking medication, you're just suppressing the symptoms, but the disease itself, it is developing. You get more and more sick. That's why you need more and more medication. Because the more insulin resistant you are, the higher is the blood sugar level. So that's why we need more and more medication. So the disease will improve, and later on you will also need insulin maybe. So that's why don't try to suppress the symptom and leave the disease develop, but rather get rid of the disease, and then the symptom automatically will disappear. And what is the cause of the disease? The fat. The fat within the cell that creates the insulin resistance, and the fat will suppress the beta cells. So clear out the cells from the fat here, everywhere, and then you will have no insulin resistance, and the symptom will just disappear also. So that's it. You can have high insulin level or high blood sugar level depending on which stage you are. And you are diagnosed as diabetic somewhere here. So when your insulin level is high, officially you are not diabetic, but the diabetes already started, but they don't officially you are not diagnosed as diabetes. Here the blood sugar starts to rise already. Still you are not diagnosed officially as diabetic, just maybe pre-diabetic. But when the blood sugar reaches a certain number, then they will officially pronounce that you are diabetic. But you are not starting to get the disease from this here, from this point, no. You are sick from here. You have the disease from this point. It's only developing that much that they pronounce it also. So that's it for today. Bye.